Hello, 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 guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Pride Month, and welcome to another episode of War of the Shattered Sun. I am your humble dumble master for the evening. The one and only pudding pastry is the farting tart, and I am joined by my crew of intrepid adventurers. Hello, intrepid adventurers.
Hello, Intrepid DM.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, hello, hello. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Sunday evening. Y'all ready for some fucking D&D?
D&D. Da-da-da-dee.
Dynamite.
It's D&D, D&D.
D&D.
All right. Well, then let's go ahead and get this shit started and show me test rolls.
Yeah!
Also, we have a new thing, chat.
Damn it! So close!
Oh.
19. So close.
Ooh, 19.
16.
13.
Wait, hold on. That's increments of 3.
That one's not. Damn it, Lily.
Mine is not.
Yeah.
Oh,
Loading.
wait. No, you're right.
I'm
Wait,
still
no, yeah, both of
loading.
you suck. You ruined it.
We haven't even started yet. I dropped my D20. No!
There you go, Ravon. Back on track. Good job. Good job.
Monte Zuma's revenge.
with an attitude.
But yes.
19 looking real rude.
That technically
I also
counts.
noticed something a bit different from the last time we did this. We now have a little special slideshow under me. The group was already aware of that this was happening, but we now have little character cards. We have a little montage of character cards to show the characters, names, levels, stats, everything, all your
Hell
basic
yeah.
need-to-know information about our lovely cast of players. And
Our
yeah.
dark desires. I mean, what?
When did Rovan get a higher health than me?
Since he took
That's
the
level
tough
up, I think.
Since he took the tough feat for downtime and fucking basically quadrupled his fucking health.
Jesus
correct.
Christ.
I don't want to die, okay?
He took the
I
tough
got
feat
my
and
goddamn
literally
tank.
gained like plus fucking 30 health.
Yep.
I got my ass handed to me like 4 separate occasions, boss.
Yeah, he did.
Yo, hand me some of that. I fucked a lich's man. Help me out.
So, so is it weirdly ironic that Ravon's dad beat Ravon like the redheaded stepchild?
Marissa
Oh my
wasn't there
God.
though. We don't know what they do.
You damn well know Marissa probably had like a Scry video camera
Fuck
set up.
Marissa.
No, I'm pretty sure.
We'll
I'm
kill
pretty
her
sure
eventually.
Marissa was
I will
busy
wring her neck
destroying
myself.
Adam.
Marissa took
pump
a video and
gifts.
said, "Live leak, live leak, world
Oh,
star." Anyways, on that note,
Man,
We're
we're
in a mood,
dated.
apparently.
we're in a fucking spicy
Let's
mood,
go!
apparently.
It's one
Let's
of them
get
days.
into it. All right, gamers.
It's just one of them days.
I would like someone, for inspiration, to tell me what happened last time.
I'll take a stab.
All right, Joe, you take a stab, my man.
So we begin the session with a bit of a farewell conversation between one Reihua Kore and King Cedric. Afterwards, they exchange of feelings and a bit of a warm embrace between the newly minted couple. As Diana walks in, Cedric was leaving and was further pestering Corey about the details.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month. Sarah and Lily went on to investigate the newfound River Run Keep given to Exalia Regalia. They found an amulet and nothing else. Absolutely nothing else.
And nothing else, eyes emoji.
Nothing fucking reality bending that causes me fucking stress the moment I hear magic deck. As well as Foot and Reno go on a small little vacation, but making a small pit stop on in this abandoned village. Foot discovering that this small village was actually her former home before she was taken by Corladora. Kore trains at the Animus Sanctum to make herself more prepared for the fights to come. Rovan goes to the tippy top of Cloudstalker Peak to meditate, trying to gain a little bit more resilience for a possible future fight with Bison. As well as Corvin is investigating and studying the Enigma Gate and made several big discoveries that could possibly point us to the base of the Blood Talons.
All right. Thank you very much. Go ahead and put inspiration down on your sheet, or if you have it already, feel free to pass it to somebody who does not.
I don't have inspiration.
Well, now you do. Ain't that just nifty? It's funny how things work out like that. All right. Well, with that being said, as we mentioned last time, you guys are in the middle of a month of downtime, and we're kind of jumping around throughout different periods of the month through different events. So, with that being said, let's get back into it. I think rollies are necessary for this, continuing the same pattern as last time. Who do we start with tonight? We start with Flit.
Hi, that me.
That is you. So, Flit, after your sort of small excursion to your village, which I will tell you above game, because I don't think it was revealed in game, you did end up finding it in the nation of Xandaria.
Interesting.
So, important note there. But after that, you and Reno decided a bit of a vacation was in order, and so the two of you absconded to the Ashen Vale, more specifically to Haven, for a stint of time. Me, real quick, just turn that down a smidge. You guys have a new vacation house that you guys are able to do with as you please, and wouldn't you know it, Flit, it happens that no one is here. No one but you and Reno. Smile. You guys spend a bit of time. How long do you think you two would have spent in Haven?
Probably about 5 days.
Okay, 5 days to a week-ish.
Yeah.
Okay. And in the midst of that time, you learn quite a bit. You learn that they're still working on getting positions filled within the Lunar Assembly, or the Lunar Choir, as you had last heard. And you are able to sort of reconnect with a few individuals. More specifically, you had been wanting to reconnect with Dune, if I remember correctly.
Correct.
So, you take the time to invite Dune over for a bit of tea and a chat, and Dune is more than willing to do so. Is there anything in particular you would like to talk with Dune about?
Truth be told, not really. She just wanted to spend time with people that she had met on her travels and seemingly got a bond with, and Dune was one of them.
Okay. In the midst of this conversation with Dune, she asked you, "So, how was a lovely flower that I gifted you? How is that doing?"
Well, I've been taking care of it along with the other plants, but this one stays with me because it's admittedly hard to, leave in a pot. And she pulls out the lotus, which is still in its case.
Oh, it's lovely. I thank you for taking such good care of it. Those things are incredibly hard to raise without magical means.
One of the upsides of being a druid, I guess. Oh, actually, you might find this interesting. When we were traveling around to, I'm pretty sure I know the name, but I'm blanking on it for just a minute. Artesia, yes.
Artesia.
Yeah. We were at Artesia, and we found someone from Haven out there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Who was this individual?
I believe it was Kura.
Kura. Let me roll history to see if she knows.
A fire genasi, if it helps.
Oh, right. The inventor, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was a bit of a miracle worker. I remember her mind was very, very meticulous. And is she doing well?
She certainly was. The town that we visited was very tiny and in the middle of, well, I mean, it's Artesia, so it's very, very cold. And Flit's got this, like, got this Excalibur face going on when mentioning the cold.
Mm-hmm.
But she was able to find a way to to turn the entire, like, town a fair bit warmer.
That's wonderful.
Hmm?
I remember her always having ideas for groundbreaking machines and inventions, but very little resources or public favor. As a matter of fact, she was good at what she did. Her heart was in the right place, but not everyone saw it that way. I'm glad she found some people who did.
Yeah. From what I understand, she's not exactly the leader, but definitely the person that people turn to in that little village.
That sounds like a leader to me.
I guess. It's a fine line. Though, I did wound up showing it to her, and she had quite an appreciation and memory of the festival back when it happened. I like to think that this little flower did some good just by simply being.
Yes, I actually meant to ask you about that. You are a druid. Have you ever taken the time to really study or connect with magical flora such as this?
Not particularly. I'm druidic, but I tend to focus a little bit more on animals than plants.
Have you ever thought about it?
Thanks for a second. You know, it's not a terrible idea.
Why
Let's
don't-
start right now, now that I think about it.
Why don't you come with me? I have a number of unique flora that I think you would find good interest in.
Absolutely. I'm always willing to explore my some new horizons and meet new people / new foliage.
With that, the two of you abscond from the quote-unquote vacation house, Haven House, Havana Hall, not to be confused with the bar.
It's more confusing. It's Havana home.
Havana
What?
Hall. Havana House.
I can't believe it's already a fucking knockoff. She just opened her door, so there's already a copycat. Son of a bitch!
Punk, there's a Havana house that I know of. IRL, 15
know.
minutes from me.
Let me know
is
the
Havana
house
Hall,
was
thank
open
you.
first. That's all I'm saying. But the two of you abscond, and you make your way over to Dune's house. Which, have you told Dune that you went in her house before?
I got permission.
That's right. That was me misremembering. Haha. Oops. That is correct. You are brought inside, and much like what you saw before, there are a lot of very unique trinkets and plants, a lot of which you've never quite seen before, and your druidic senses are kind of going into overdrive. It's kind of like if you ever walk inside like an incense shop or like a vape shop, and it's just full of like smells. It's kind of like that, but for your magical presence. It's slight sensory overload.
She kind of blinks a little bit as her eyes get just a. She feels like they're getting watery, but they're really fine. She just rubs it and she's fine.
There are a number of flora in here that I think you would do well to perhaps take a bit of time to study. Expand your knowledge a little bit. I have things from all over the realms here. I have things from the Feywild, the Eternal Plane of Fire, the Abyss, all over.
I have to wonder, the plane of fire?
Yes, all the plants are on fire as well. And she sort of gestures to what I can only describe as like a lilac flower, but it's just completely on fire.
Flit attempts to poke it.
All right, go ahead and take 1 fire damage.
Ah, sorry, I had to be sure.
Yes, it is on fire.
It's a plant that's on fire. It seems so strange. Speaking of strange, though, she kind of catches eye of some of the Feywild plants. Did they happen to smell like lavender by any chance?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check with advantage.
Natural 20.
They very much do. Not all of them, but a few of them.
These I'm a bit more familiar with. It's
Uh,
hard to see.
Sorry, I was just gonna say the one that you catch the strongest lavender scent from is this. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna put this in. I'll just put it in game. It's not quite a flower. It almost resembles like a bush in some ways, but with long purple leaves. It's almost like a fern, if that makes sense.
Understood. Flit kind of wanders over to this one. This I'm a little bit more familiar with. I don't know the exact name, but I can certainly tell where it's from. She walks over to the plant. You don't happen to tell riddles, do you? Waits for silence. Okay, good.
Oh, that's Moondew.
Moondew?
And I will give you the spelling on that. Moondew. Shut up. Never mind. I tried to make a joke. I tried to do the hoodoo you voodoo bitch, but with Moondew, it didn't work.
Understood.
The legend with the rumor, at least, is that when undergoing certain stimuli, the plants are known to sing. I have yet to recreate this, but I do find it ever so interesting.
Tart, would I remember running into something like that in the Feywild, like they were singing?
You absolutely do. You remember hearing a lot of singing in Corladora's court, and you always thought it was weird because there wasn't always times where there were performers in there.
Oh, that's true. I'm not entirely certain the circumstances, but I've seen it happen before. They're pretty good ambiance if you can trigger them consistently.
From what I've been able to gather is that one is generally quite soft in terms of tone, but if you get a number of them together, it makes it for a bit of a choir.
I wonder if they're shy. That might explain why one is quiet, but everyone else is a bit more loud and boisterous.
Perhaps. Again, experiments, I haven't been able to recreate it, so you may be right. I haven't been able to return to the Feywild, though, to get my hands on more, you know, with the whole time distortion and whatnot. Too dangerous.
That's true. Bites her lip. Yeah. Time distortion kind of is not good. Fun fact, I'm 237.
Oh dear, you don't look over a day over 200.
Thanks, I get that way too much.
Really?
I think people think they're funny.
I'm hilarious. Alright? Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Just gives her like that little pack, like, shh, you go, slugger.
But you spend, on top of your vacation time, you spend the next couple days kind of immersing yourself in this environment that's been sort of provided to you. You spend time focusing on these flowers and connecting with them, and you feel it begin to sort of take an effect on you. You feel like your mind has been expanded a bit. You feel that your constitution has sort of resolved a bit. That you're not as subjected to the sort of essence given off in an area such as this. You are going to get the +1 intelligence and con that you wanted.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Out of curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
while we're there,
Mm-hmm.
and during my training,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see and return the favor and see if Dune's very attuned with plants. I'd like to see if she'd maybe like to learn a little bit about animals.
You're offering this to her?
Yeah, why not? She's offering to me, and I'd like to return the favor.
You're a circle of the moon, Druid, aren't you? I suppose I should realize that before. Yes, that actually sounds like that would be quite nice. What did you have in mind?
Well, I've come into some, I've come across some pretty strange particular animals.
Flit turns into
And-
a Spinosaurus inside her home.
Yeah. One was
Jesus
very
Christ!
large. Oh no, I squashed the moon too.
Ah!
But it's strangely enough, when you yourself transform, we can feel our minds through the animal shapes as we are in them, but at a certain point, at least in my, I guess, profession, you start to take on more intelligent animals, and you can feel kind of like their own instincts take over, and how they kind of guide you in combat. Like you are the sapient being that can think and plan and act, but how you draw on them, how their skills are, how they transfer to you when you are them, it has this kind of connection that you can form. And you can share that when you're outside of that form, with other animals when you run into. For example, when I have a pair of dogs back home, Rocky and Muggsy.
Oh, I love
And
those names.
hmm and after a while, you can just kind of get a feel for their personalities, independent of their instinct, just because you have that connection.
Somewhere Rocky and Muggsy sneeze.
Yeah. Muggsy is quite a dope. He gets bossed around, and Rocky, I don't know why, but the word gangster comes to mind. It's very strange.
That is, yes, that's quite strange.
I don't understand it, but that's the sense I get. And I get the feeling that you've got a similar sense with plants.
Yes, that seems to track, actually.
And, eventually, if you take this bridge between the two, the animal and the sapient, and you kind of find yourself in the middle during combat, it is this ferocious mix. And outside of combat, it's this tranquil serenity of being around someone and not needing to say anything and that being perfectly fine.
As you're sort of saying this, she's just sort of nodding and sort of taking it in. Out of curiosity, what is the most interesting thing you've ever wild shaped into? What's the most interesting thing you've ever become? My list is oh so limited, but I'm sure you have become a multitude of things.
Flit gives a sly grin. Come with me. We're gonna need a little more room.
She sort of smirks at that and follows you out.
We're gonna get a nice fair bit away, like open space, maybe out of the sight of potential crowds. Now, this is one of my go-tos, and admittedly, it's one I used last time I was here, even. I've been using it to pretty good effect, but one of the nice things about connection with the non-sapient is that it's not restricted just to animals. There's a very specific exception.
Mm-hmm.
And Flit is going to become ethereal and airy and turn into an air elemental.
She seems a bit taken aback when you turn into this and go, "Oh, yes," kind of like trying to speak over the wind. And as you become this air elemental, you can see the sand sort of begin to take shape around you. She goes, "Yes, no, that is quite interesting. Yes."
It's one of the few forms I could still talk in, seeing as she understands primordial.
Mm-hmm.
But she is going to kind of shift back down as she makes the change. But there is something a little more interesting that's, well, a bit more magic locked. And she looks around. There's no stimuli or anything right now, is there? I don't want to freak out accidentally.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Stand back.
She takes a few steps back. Oh boy.
Spinosaurus time.
Off in the distance here, Gojira!
And I'll just kind of I'll become this giant like dinosaur looking face, but because it's still Flit, it has the red head and kind of blue scales,
Yeah.
and it's going to look intimidating and fierce for a second until it just sticks its tongue out. Nah.
Yes. No, that's... I'm gonna actually see if she can recognize what this creature is. Hold on. You know, I've heard tales of these kinds of beasts, but I've never seen one in person.
Turns back. This one was a special run into, but there's an entire. Hold on, I have to remember the name. Have you ever been to the Slumbering Wilds?
Let me roll for her. I have, yes. It was very. What's the word I'm looking for? Interesting place.
Very intimidating.
Yes, intimidating is a good word.
Creatures kind of like this that I just was. We ran into a few of them when we were there. They were very predatorial, but we were able to get away with it. There was a really big one, and I don't know what they fed that guy, but he was big.
Yes, I remember. What were those creatures called? Novam Raptors, I believe it was. Counted a few of them in my travels there. Quickly decided that it was not for me.
Understandable. It's not for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I have to imagine that you enjoyed some, while I found some fauna, you found some flora there when you were out there.
Yes, I found a sort of a large petaled flower that was completely imbued with darkness. It's not really magical in any form, in shape or form, but just the overwhelming darkness there just converted its color.
Must have been a pretty rare find then.
Yes,
In the
it
dark
was.
of the night. Though, there's really been some. Now that I think about it, there have been some really strange creatures that we've come across in our travels. Some that we're interesting takes on the natural world that we've seen. Others that were not. Flash forwards to flashes back to the thing.
Smile.
There was one thing that I ran into. I couldn't even describe it. I don't want to describe it also because, you don't need to be burned with this knowledge, but it had shape-shifting capabilities. So it could have gone just by taking a bit of blood. It could have gone from this normal form, pretend it's a normal form, look at me, and then Flatus going through alter self and look like Dune, into this. Although a little bit more grotesque, but I'm sparing you that because I don't think you'd want to see it.
Yes, I appreciate you not doing that. This is also, and she kind of gestures you up and down. This is also a bit weird, just in its own right.
Don't worry. And she kind of shifts back down. I get that a lot. I don't stay in there too long. Though, I do love to tease my boyfriend about it.
Wait, you're spoken for?
Yeah. You may have seen the purple tiefling in town. About the time that I arrived.
Oh, there has been a bit of curious rumors about that individual. He sort of sticks out a little bit. You understand?
Ooh, I understand that one. Let me tell you, that one loves to spread rumors about himself. Not intentionally, just by the way he is.
Yes, no, that tracks. A few of the girls in town are also sort of fawning over him. He is incredibly attractive.
Oh, really?
Damn straight he is.
Flint internally. Oh, really? Cracks knuckle.
No.
I need you to protect it. Okay.
But with that being said, your time in Haven is very much needed considering the events of the past, God, who knows, past couple weeks. You get some quality time in with Dude, you get some quality time in with Reno, and it is just overall a nice sort of mental health break. But with that being said, I believe we are going to move on, if that is okay.
By all means.
All right. Let me go ahead and change our music while I roll. Okay. Nugget is currently accosting Jake, who I believe just came home. Let's go with... We'll go with this one. Lily. After the events that occur in Dragon's Reach, my presumption is that you reach back out to Genia and her father to get them back in town, correct?
Yes.
Once you do, you get them back in town. They are completely taken back by just how badly the city got hit. Genia seems to take it a bit worse when she finds out that Greta Maryhorn did not survive the attack, which you were not previously privy to. You find out that Greta Maryhorn did not survive the attack, and more specifically, or more so, the shop was the tailor was heavily damaged from the attack. Not quite beyond repair, but definitely gonna need more than a coat of paint.
Lily. On kind of hearing the news about Greta, of course, is, going to console Genia.
Greta was really the first person who got me into the whole tailoring, and she was the person who definitely had the most influence on me. She was the one who pushed hardest for me to go through my transition.
I think she'd want you to continue on the store then.
There's not much of a store to continue on right now, she says, sort of looking up at the building, which you can see that the foundation in itself is all right, which is good. However, you can see that upon further investigation, the second floor and everything above, and pretty much everything above the first floor, completely caved in on itself. You think this may have been a result of the Orion Draki, rather than anything else that was in the city. Whether it was collateral or intentional, you're not sure.
I can only presume it was from the big ass thing in the middle of the city.
The big ass thing?
I remember it's called an Orion. It was like... Oh god, I don't even know how to fucking describe this thing correctly, honestly. That was as me saying that.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave it up to you. How do you describe it? I want to know how Lily would describe these things. You know that the Orion Dreki was, more specifically in itself, a dragon hybrid.
Think of a really ugly dragon hybrid that has the capability of the destruction force of a toddler.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad.
Lucky it didn't do more damage than it did.
And how's your mom? Do you know? And Lily, you have seen your mom a couple times since the attack ended. It's kind of been in passing because you both have been busy trying to get things sort of. You both have been trying to get things sort of back to a sense of normalcy, but you do know that she is ultimately okay.
I know she's doing okay. I haven't actually been able to talk with her at all since everything happened. And now, I don't know what's gonna happen since all this stuff with Oz and...
Well, it sounds
Yeah,
like that needs to be your number one priority right now.
You are my number one priority.
And
Excuse me.
I understand that, but Lily, the world doesn't revolve around me. If there is some
No.
like major threat based on you and your family's history, that needs to be your priority.
We don't even know if he's a threat anymore.
Well-
We watched his entire... Was it his heart or his soul, technically?
His essence.
We watched this thing, Oz's entire essence be ripped from his body. I don't even know what's going on half the time.
And
I
based on
just
what
like
you've told me
this.
before, that may not be enough. You need to talk with your mom. Like, really talk with your mom. Hell, invite her over for dinner. I don't know, but y'all need to have a sit down.
Can we get our house fixed up first? I don't even know.
Lily, you did check on your house after the attack, and while there was a little bit of damage, it actually was pretty okay for the most part. You'll probably have to fix a couple windows and a few like roof tiles and whatnot, but I mean, ultimately, it's actually pretty okay.
Did you roll for how much damage was done
I
to my
did,
house?
actually. I was like, okay, 100. I rolled a d100. I was like, 100, it's totally fine, no damage whatsoever. And a 1, it is destroyed and completely like beyond repair. And I got like a 90.
Oh!
So it was actually like pretty relatively okay compared to everything else.
From what I saw, there wasn't too much damage, but we still haven't been able to finish renovating from before.
Well, now seems like the perfect time to do it. But renovations can wait. I can do renovations. You need to talk with your mom.
I don't even know where she is.
Well, do you know who might?
Lily really has to think hard for a minute. There's several people that might. We look alike.
You do look alike. I won't lie to you. Your mom's kind of hot. Lily's mom has got it going on. Sorry.
Lily huffs and like blows some of the... Now you can tell her hair's starting to get longer. Now in her face, pink tufts.
Don't huff at me.
Look, you know I got more going on than she ever will. She had her prime. You got me.
Yes, and I'd like to keep you that way, which is why I want you to talk to the person who knows the most about whatever this is. Whatever's going on. Look, just at least think about it, okay? For me?
I mean, I do plan on talking to her. I want to take care of you first. You never let me take care of you.
I don't need to be taken care of. I'm not a child. You know that.
No, but... It's not
What?
what I meant.
What was that?
That's not what I meant.
And she kind of gives you a look like, well?
I almost lost you once. I want our home safe. So I know that you're at least going to be safe here. Before I have to go off again and do whatever this big thing is, and I have a chance of getting hurt again. It makes me feel better knowing that you're safe here.
I can talk to my dad and see what he wants to do. You know that my dad has been more than the occasional scrap. I mean, Lily, the world needs you. The world needs you, your friends. And I'm just here.
You're just here, but you've helped me.
She sort of sighs a little bit. I don't like this conversation. I don't like having to convince you to go out and do the better thing, because it's more important than just me. You know that. And no, I don't want you to leave either, but I'm willing to overlook that so that you and your friends can go and get this whole thing fixed. I don't know anything about dragons and artifacts and, I don't know, cults, but that doesn't mean I want you to stay here and look after me and let them go about doing whatever. Sure, you could stay here and take care of me, but then what would that solve?
This was our time to take a break. I'm sorry if I wanted to spend my break, helping you here while I could. I didn't want to spend my entire break working and doing the things I have to do every other day. But fine, if you really want me to go talk to my mom, I will go find her.
It would make me feel better.
Lily is gonna sigh and just kind of walk off frustrated.
Okay. You're attempting to find your mom, yes?
Yes.
Cool. You get about about half a block down the road, and as you're sort of rounding the corner, you hear a familiar voice off to the side that goes, "I like her." You turn around, and sure enough, your mom is there, sort of leaning up against the wall.
You better not have been eavesdropping. I may be your child, but that is not your place.
I mean, I wasn't going to, but I didn't want to interrupt, and, you know, I wasn't intentionally eavesdropping. You can insight that if you want.
I will,
Okay.
when I can finally open my sheet because I forgot. Load sheet. $19.
Sorry, I'm looking at something right now. Okay, 19. That's mostly true. From what you're able to tell. She did intentionally eavesdrop, but when she started, she was like, oh fuck, this is juicy. I mean, she's a parent. She heard stuff going on with her daughter's love life, and she listened in. She was worried. She's a parent. She did her parent thing.
She sighs heavily. You haven't been there for a long time. I can handle myself.
I know. I had a very similar conversation with your father once a long time ago. Our line of work, it's not an easy one. Not just in terms of what we do, but who it also affects. It takes time away from the ones we love. That's why I try to get out of it. And, well, you saw what happened.
You say our line of work like I know what you do.
Oh, you know that I served in the military just like you. Now, though, if you really want to know, now I go around just helping those who need it. Never asking for anything in return, just, I don't know, keeping myself busy. Trying to forget. It's
Lily
not.
kind of looks sadly at her house. Yeah, I get that.
I'm sorry that I've put all this burden on you. I'm sorry that I came back, then I left again. I don't know. I thought it was the right thing to do. I wanted to pull this danger away from you, but it didn't work. I hate
Put
that.
us in more danger.
I'm trying to make amends for that. But I can only do that if you will let me. I want to make things right.
I just want you to be honest with me from now on.
I'm trying to be. But it's hard to be honest when you don't have all the pieces yourself.
I don't know what's gonna happen with Oz now. Is he gone? Is he still around?
Well, based on what I've heard, what I've been told, I'm not sure he's completely out of the picture yet.
I watched his entire essence get ripped out.
By this Aurelia, yes?
Yeah,
If this Aurelia is as powerful as as they've led you to believe, well, I mean, even people that powerful need tools and they need loyalty from their troops. I don't know who she is. I don't know what she does. I don't know any of that. But if she needed Oz, there's likely a chance that she'll need or even want to utilize him again. How she'll do that, I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if this was not the last time we saw him. So, if you will let me, I want to try to prepare you for when that happens. Let me train you. I've been doing this for decades, and I don't know. Maybe it will help me make things right. Feel better about myself, at least. I mean, what do you have to lose?
I'd like that.
She smiles a little bit. Now, I
also
didn't.
don't know how to use Dandelion properly.
Yeah, Dandelion's a bit of a fickle mistress. I can sort of help show you the ropes a bit.
She nods again, a small smile kind of pulling at her at the corners of her mouth.
How is the old girl holding up anyway? She says, sort of gesturing down to Dandelion.
Lily will pull her out.
Ayo?
Ayo.
Ayo?
And kind of hold the hilt in her hands.
As you sort of hold Dandelion in your hands with Argona's opal imbued within it, there is, unlike what you're used to, there's sort of like this resonance emitting from it. One that you're not terribly familiar with. It's almost like a comfort, a familiarity. You're not sure. I remember when I was given that sword by your grandmother. And I remember it worked for me, but it didn't work with me, if that makes sense. Sure, I could utilize its power, but it didn't feel like my own, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
After a while, I learned that Dandelion is more than just a sword, a thing. It's almost like it has this mind of its own. It has sentience. Maybe, I don't know. It's weird, but the more I used it, the more I became comfortable with it, and I think the more it became comfortable with me. You're probably just going through the same thing that I did. And I think together we can turn into a weapon that will be strongest in your hands. compared to anyone who's wielded it before.
You think so?
I know so. You're my baby girl after all.
In game, that's cute as fuck. IRL, my brain went, huh!
So, from here, what occurs is that you and Rose work very closely with each other over the course of the next month. And you begin to unlock the secrets of Dandelion. You start learning about how to tap into this sort of like well of energy within it, but it's more than energy. It's almost some sort of emotion. You thought that when you first got the sword that it was tapping into your own emotions, that it was a one-way street, but that's not the case at all. It's like a door, and doors go both ways. You and Dandelion form this bond that you hadn't really even necessarily thought about before, and it unlocks something in you. You feel stronger. You feel like you feel more powerful than you have ever before. And around the end of the month, you have a final sparring session with your mother. It's hard fought. Your mother is incredibly talented. In some aspects, it's hard to keep up, but this bond that you built with this sword, together, you are able to overpower her. And as you come over to her and you sort of help her off from the floor, she goes, "Whew, I can't remember the She kind of like cracks her neck a bit. Damn, kid, I can't remember the last time someone beat me in a one-on-one fight.
Lily will smirk. I mean, when's the last time you fought someone your height?
Ooh, mean. I mean, you're right. Look, all I'm saying is that tall people are easy to take out, alright? You just gotta go for the knees.
Yep, back of the knees.
Yep, back of the knees.
Oh, don't worry. I've already thought about every time I'm gonna wrestle against Ravon. Just aim for the knees.
Oh, you don't need to wrestle against Ravon. You and I, we don't wrestle. We let the other person wrestle, and we cause them to fumble over themselves.
I mean, I could turn myself into a speed bump and just watch him fall.
That'd be pretty funny. But I don't think there's much else I can give you.
How about a hug?
She smiles. That I can do. And she pulls you into an unexpectedly, like, strong embrace. She, like, completely, like, smothers you with that motherly embrace and kind of puts her hand on the back of your head, sort of not clutching it, but sort of gripping it. And you hear her voice break a little bit. I am so proud of you.
I couldn't have done it without everyone.
As this embrace lingers for a moment, Lily, you feel the final piece, this final something unlock from within you. You have just unlocked the final part of Dandelion. Lily, you have gained the boon of motherly embrace.
Yo.
You can now, as an action, one time a day, you can take a moment and collect yourself. Regain your composure. And remember this moment with your mother, re-strengthening your fortitude. And you can, with an action, take a short rest.
Hey, yo!
You can gain back up to 5 hit die. And you will regain your fighter feats. So things that regenerate on short rest, like action surge, second wind, you get those back.
Holy shit, bro.
You can send that to me.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'll give you the shortened version.
Less, because my sheet's the size of a fucking river. But
What happens when you have 2 years of fun?
I get it.
well, I also may have forgotten that I was missing 2 maneuvers on my thing. So with the level up, I didn't add just 2. I added 4 because I was missing 2.
There was meant to be more with that. Hold on.
Hard struggle.
There you go.
Bless.
Yeah, no, sorry, we're good. I was just typing it up for River. Yeah, no, I basically just gave you the most powerful thing I could give you as a fighter. You know, just allowing you to fucking take an action and just get your shit back. Hey, you want your action surge back?
Like,
there you go. Just take an action.
Lily's like, I want to take a nap. I'm a nap right here.
You literally gained rest, bro. You're a Pokemon. You're just a Pokemon with rest now. You're Snorlax.
I do be big.
Cure all status conditions. Regenerate your health.
Dude, thank you. This is big.
Have fun. Have fun with that. Oh, man. Comparing it to rest now gives me ideas. But anyways. With that. Rest/sleep talk Lily build when. Alright. With that being said, I believe we're going to move on from there, if that is okay with you.
That's perfect for me.
Alright. Let's see. Who else is going to go next? Corey.
Yeah.
So, you, after the events between you and Cedric, smile, you are left with this new sense of purpose. Is that kimchi?
Yes, I'm sorry.
No, I love that cat. Tell that cat I love her.
I'm not gonna
I
lie. I
will.
heard this. I heard the rattle. My immediate reaction is, okay, who's messing with the fucking toy for my own cat?
No,
All right, who's being a little bitch over there? You turn over your shoulder like, wait.
I
We're
heard
all
the
counting.
toy and I was like, that's kimchi, and my happy brain chemicals started flowing. Anyways. But you now feel this sense of rejuvenation, purpose. You feeling motivated. You want to get to fucking work. You want to start fixing up this fucking city, bro.
Hell yeah.
You immediately join up with Theon and Diana, who are sort of the two sort of headlining the recovery efforts at this moment. Diana being, you know, the essentially the Pope, and Theon being basically the person here in Cedric's stead while Cedric is away.
The hand of the king and the pope.
The royal vizier and the Pope. But one of the things you wanted to do was that you wanted to make some additions to Havana Hall. Is that correct?
More storage room, like some storage rooms, but like for like emergency rations.
Yeah.
Some more liquor rooms, some more rooms in general. Yes.
Okay. So you want to sort of
Maybe an emergency, like extra big hall too.
Yeah, I was about to say you want to help sort of put on the additions to turn Havana Hall into basically a bomb shelter.
Yes.
That is easily done.
Hell yeah.
That is so fucking easily done. I was thinking you were gonna be like, I want like sentry turrets in the Havana Hall.
No.
And I was gonna be like, I mean, I could do that, but
No, I want well-structured rooms with like choke points and like, yeah.
yeah. You want it set up so if in the event that something breaks in, you have defenses against it.
Yes.
Easily said and done.
Or the city goes to shit, it can house a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because while you were, with the current size, while you were able to handle the
Fort Havana.
Fort Havana, while you were able to handle a relatively large portion of the Twilight District, obviously it's a bar. You didn't have a lot of room for anything outside of it. The Twilight District was primarily responsible for getting folks inside the city outside and getting them into safety. Havana Hall was just sort of the HQ for that effort. And now,
Although, if people are left houseless after this, the rooms are available for rent. Like, it can be an inn.
yes, absolutely.
Easily.
You are now able to get a much larger setup to where you are able to house more people. And frankly, if you wanted to at this rate with your current size, you could probably invest in other operations, like maybe opening up a guild hall or something.
Honestly, that's going to be probably one of the expansions.
Yeah, that will have to be
But-
something for a bit later, but right now you have the expansion to hold more people.
Hopefully more employees now that people are struggling. And probably more refugees. The employees, and they can work! They can get paid! They can do things! Get back to the city.
Yes.
Corey didn't get buff from her training. She got buff from carpentry work.
Dude, I moved furniture the other day. I know how sore that is. How sore you
Yeah.
get from that.
That's part of why I'm just like, why do people think Jesus would have been a twink? He was a carpenter at a time when they didn't have like
He was a
cranes
construction
and
worker,
I mean, they
bro-
kind of did, but
brother.
like pulleys and like some other things. But like, yeah, mostly
It's the
still manual labor.
Jesus
It's
in a hard hat.
It's the gentle nature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gentle nature, fucking.
People don't think giants can be gentle, and I don't.
Oh, I know.
Ravon can be somewhat gentle. Look, he's got Kieran. She's a delicate bunny. Do you know how easily those things die?
Yeah, gentle nature, special defense up, defense down. I get it. It's a Pokemon joke for y'all. No, no one. Okay.
Oh no, I got it. I was just letting the silence speak for
Like the
itself.
spot. Yeah.
That's okay. I appreciated it.
I don't know if anyone has the Jeopardy or not Jeopardy, the wheel no, not Wheel of Fortune. Price is Right. Wah, wah, wah. But anyways, you are able to get those easily established on Havana Hall. It only takes a couple days to get those done. And you are able to sort of focus your efforts on repairing the city. And as you're speaking with Diana, she is seeming not frustrated, but obviously she's running into issues. She's sort of kind of sprawled across the table is a map of the city, and there's, you can see looking at it, there are all sorts of red markings and like areas that are circled, areas that are X'd out. You can see different, like, I mean, this is a map that has seen a lot of work over the past couple days. And after a bit, Diana goes, I was really hoping that this would go a bit smoother. I figured it would, but I was hoping, you know?
I mean, smooth can only be expected so far. The city kind of blew up.
Yeah. I guess I just expected there to be more people to help out and work. But I guess...
Well, it's hard to do that without a home.
Yeah.
So
No,
speaking of,
you're right.
I just finished up the expansions on Havana Hall.
Oh,
so we
good.
could probably fix that issue for a lot of people, and we might be able to see more people willing to help. You know,
Yeah, that's wonderful. You can probably see about acquiring more blankets and pillows and stuff as well for people who still need to stay in there for a while. I mean, we're making progress, just not as much progress as I would have liked at this stage, you know? I think it's less the recovery effort not going well and just me being an overachiever. I don't know.
wanting fast. I mean,
Yeah.
I want it to go back as fast too. It hurts me to see people unable to really just survive, I guess.
Yeah. In other news, thankfully it seems that efforts in the other major cities are going well. I heard back from Alice.
Oh?
She's doing well.
Good.
With her efforts with Flit and Lily being done, she was able to get a number of the city guard down there and just clear the whole place out. Figured there was no point in stealth if things were already kicking off.
Hmm.
Yeah.
There's so much to be done.
Yeah, but it's gotta be done.
Kind of slopes.
As for some of the other stuff, thankfully, the main walls from the city were not damaged in almost any way, which kind of miraculous considering everything that happened inside. But I guess with most of them being smaller creatures being stuck inside the city, there wasn't much risk for that, you know?
Yeah. Couldn't have had too many big ones with the big one running around.
Ugh. I still don't know how we managed to pull that off.
Had do not look the gift horse in the mouth.
And she finally, like, kind of not tired, but just tired of looking at this map, kind of sits down in the chair behind her and just kind of slumps her head back a bit.
Corey's gonna give her a peck on the forehead and then massage her shoulders for a minute.
Thank you. She sort of takes one hand and sort of runs it up and down your forearm. How do you think he's doing?
I hope well. She starts flustering. I am sorry.
Why are you
By the
sorry?
way. Well, it's kind of just happened. I'm sorry that I would have. You know that I would have had you there, but I had expected.
I was just fucking with y'all. I thought it was funny.
I'm so fucking scared.
Yeah.
Part of me wants. I know I could have done much, but I just an extra pair of eyes watching his back.
I
don't even know what he meant. He's gonna do something stupid. I'm friends with some fun, interesting people. I'm
Yeah.
used to stupid shit. That can mean anything under the sun.
the other day, truthfully, I tried to reach out to him, and he sounded serious. I didn't quite know how to take it, so that's why I'm mentioning it now.
Are you wanting me to try? And she starts reaching for her sending stone.
No, I'm just... I don't feel like there's a lot that we can do to make it better right now, you know?
No. I suppose not.
And as you're sort of having this conversation, you hear two pairs of footsteps sort of approaching you guys, and entering into this chamber is first a small child kind of running up to the two of you, one that you are all too familiar with. He kind
I
of
was
laughs.
gonna say, is
a
it
bit.
our child?
It is your child. As he sort of runs up, he goes, "There you guys are!" And Diana kind of shoots up. He goes, "Oh, hello, sweetheart." And she kind of leans over and picks him up in a hug. "How are you?" "I'm good. I've been out of my lessons for a little bit now. I wanted to come see you guys." "Oh, well, we are more than happy to have you, aren't we,
Please
Auntie Kore?"
distract us. Tell us what you've been up to. Don't. She just like kind of gently like tumps over what they've been working on, just like, you know, for a show, but without actually hurting it. I don't want to look
Well-
at these papers anymore.
"I actually wanted to ask you guys something." And sort of following him in here much slower is Theon, who looks like Theon's been working.
I wanted to make a joke, but
Yeah?
I'm like, yeah, you look at that shit in a 5-pound bag. No, he deserves better than that.
Fucking rude.
You look like you could use a drink and a nap. Theon, how are you?
It has been a long day, yes. Trying to delegate all the responsibilities, trying to do town hearings. It's been... I don't envy Cedric's position.
Nope.
I figured this was a good excuse to get away for a bit. Come see how you two are doing and escort young Nexus out here.
Well, we're on a break from our duties, so Do you all want to get a snack and sit in the garden for a minute or something?
That sounds like a lovely idea, actually. Wait, I wanted to ask you something first.
Huh? Sure.
So, how? And he like thinks about it for a second. How do you know?
Or, I swear to God.
What?
No, never mind. Continue.
What?
No, continue.
How do you know when you've killed a man? No.
I rolled a nat 20 against
When you
Chip. I'm
cut
sorry.
the head off.
How do you guys feel about cooked mushrooms? No, he
What?
goes, how do you he goes, how do you know when someone likes someone else? Like,
I'm still trying to figure that one out.
And Diana is
People
sort
are
of,
interesting, aren't they?
well, I mean, yes, but I mean, like, you know?
Oh yes, I still don't know. Diana?
Diana sort of smiles at you and leans in a bit closer and goes, Nexus, do you like someone? And you see he blushes a bit and goes, no, I'm
Well,
asking, I'm asking
When you do find yourself in this position, it feels like there's hummingbirds underneath your skin, in your throat. But you also want to see the person happy. And when it makes them sad, and when something makes them sad, it makes you sad generally.
He seems to sort of take that in a bit. Okay. I still don't really get it, but I think that helps. I'm
There are a
asking
lot of
because
experiences in the world and ahead of you.
I'm asking because I think I know someone who I think they like someone, but I'm not really sure, and I don't know how to ask or help. And you see Theon finally kind of comes over to like a pitcher of water, and he pours some into like a glass and starts taking a sip from it. Diana kind of leans in and goes, well, sweetie, who do you think likes someone? And Nexus goes, I don't know if I should say. Diana kind of looks at you like with this look of like, I have no idea.
Corey just kind of shakes her head like, well, it's very important and commendable that you're wanting to keep this person's trust, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I just
Well, that's good. It's okay if you can't tell us. Well, I guess it's okay. Is this like someone your age or like a classmate? Maybe like, yeah, we don't need specifics. We're just trying to see how best to like help. Okay.
Someone a lot older than me. To which Diana looks at you, confused now.
Corey still just shakes her head like a little bit shakes her head a little bit harder.
Theon speaks up at
She's
this.
lost.
Theon speaks up at this point. Nexus, if this individual fancies someone, then sometimes they need a simple push. Sometimes they just need to keep their head on straight. Just tackle the issue.
Sometimes they just need to breathe.
Sometimes they just need to breathe. But if they like an individual, if they fancy someone, chances are they will pursue that individual. It's up to that other individual, though, if they feel the same. To which Nexus seems to sort of nod at that and go, Okay. Yeah, I think I get it. To which Diana whispers to you, did this fucker just outplay us?
Corey leans back. Outplay what? It's already like we.
I didn't know Theon fucks.
Wait, what?
I didn't know, like, Theon, like, knew this sort of shit. I thought he just liked books.
He's got a partner. What do you mean?
No, he doesn't. What are you talking about?
What? He has had one. What?
He's had one, but he doesn't have one now.
Oh. Wait, what do you mean outplayed us?
This was supposed to be our thing. We were supposed to teach Nexus about girls. Or guys, or I don't know, whatever.
Well, we kind of dropped
Love.
the ball. We
Yeah.
kind of got.
We dropped the ball. And
We got blindsided when we heard they were older, all right? We weren't expecting that.
And Theon goes, are you two all right? To
No! I mean,
And
I did that on purpose.
Yes. And Theon gives you a look, like, kind of raises an eyebrow at you, like smugly, like, oh, really?
Corey's just trying not to turn even more red at this point. Her ears like kind of flat. It's like we're making it.
Theon goes, oh, look at the time, he says, holding up his wrist sundial inside of this room. Oh, look at the time. I need to return back to my duties. I wish you luck
What?
with whatever this is.
What? No, the snack.
I'm not hungry, it's fine. As he begins to head on out.
Wait, now the guidance.
The Gons will be there later, it's fine. I'm very busy.
You
he
coward
says
bitch!
as his voice starts trailing off.
I don't know why, but like the moment Corey said, "What about the snack?" I just imagine Theon saying, "Yes, I'm going to her."
What
My
about the
brain
snack?
didn't even
That's
think of
what
that.
you
I
need
thought
to
you
help
were
him
insinuating-
with.
You worried me for a second. I thought you were insinuating something with Theon for a minute. I was like, wait, outplayed? What? You confused me in and above game.
The outplay was just because this was supposed to be like your two's like motherly moment for him, and he
We were
fucking,
trying, and we
and
did.
he just showed y'all up.
He kind of did. We kind of flubbed it though. For me, we were like, what the? Older? What? Because like he can't help. They're not gonna take advice or help from a kid. I mean, errands. Anyway,
Yes.
Welcome to parenting. Everyone has better advice.
Corey's just straight up at first. She's like, I still don't know.
But with that, the two of you return to sort of coaching Nexus through romance for a bit, or helping
Or at least what
someone
someone
romance?
feels when they're in love or something.
Yes. The topic
In
is
affection
romance.
for
You're just
someone.
not entirely sure if it's for him or for someone else. It's a little confusing, but you help coach him through it. And then, as he sort of thanks you both and he sort of takes his leave, Diane turns to you immediately and goes, what was that about? Do you think this is
I
about
think he's trying to be a wingman.
Wait,
Do you think it's for?
he's like 8.
I think he's trying to be a wingman for someone.
Do you think this is about that girl Valyria?
It might be, but
I mean, that would be really
coaching
cute, but
him
again,
just on
he's
how
8,
to like just what feelings to expect. He'll learn and probably ask if they want help, but like the important part is that he understands the feeling. I do feel like he's trying to be a wingman for someone. I don't know. You don't think it's eccentric, right? We already. Not that
It can't be,
Nexus
right?
would know, but it's like I don't know.
He's not even here. And you two sort of like kind of mull this over for a little bit until Diana's finally like, okay, I think that's been enough of a break. Let's get back to this.
Oh, okay.
And
You're right.
the two of you get back to work and start working on the restoration efforts again. And I think that is where we will cut from there, if that works for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With that being said, I believe that is half of our party down. Do we want to go ahead and call a bio break then?
I can get dinner.
You can get dinner. You can get food. All right.
Not to be confused with fudge, which you can still get, but it's still different.
All right. Guys,
kinda
gals,
both,
and
honestly.
non-binary pals, thank you all for being here so far. We will be back in just a little bit. Thank you all so much, and we will see you soon. All right, and we are on pause for the moment.
When Nexus brought up the older person, I'm like, it's either he's trying to wingman for his dad, or he's insinuating something about someone. And I got worried. I was like, wait, no.
Uh-huh. Tell me more about Theon's Riz and massive cock.
We didn't say that. We just said he was Riz main, all right?
Chad doesn't know that. Hi, we're back.
No.
Just drop him in right there. Cold open.
Hello, we are back. Man, 2 D&D sessions in a row where I've been talking about characters' massive cocks.
And you brought it up both times.
I did. That's true. For those of you who don't know, check out Shreya Capella every Saturday at Trash King Arisen's channel, where we learned last night that my gnome artificer bit apparently has a massive cock. So,
I'm
Third
surprised.
leg, they say.
I am surprised neither channel has gotten banned from Twitch.
hey.
I mean, to be fair, worse has been shown on
If
Sean's
I-
channel.
if
on
Worse
my
has been
side.
shown. They rolled for dick sizes in
If
one of Sean's
I-
other campaigns.
If they're allowed to do hot tub streams, I'm allowed to talk about my fictional character's massive cock. All right.
Like,
All I'm
this-
saying is that
Fair
Bev,
enough.
Bev was just like, yeah, roll a d20. If you roll higher than a 10, you can give him whatever cock size you want. And I got a nat 20. That's all I'm saying.
That's almost too big. There is such a thing as too big now.
Yes, there
You
is.
heard it here, chat. Tart likes massive cock.
Tart is a size king. Got it.
Hey, you know it would be.
Hey.
I do
Also-
like having very large chicken for lunch.
Anyways, getting back to it. Let me go ahead and roll and see who we've got next. I guess I can do a d4 now, can't I? Rovan. Following the events on not just Cloud Stalker Peak, but also the attack on Dragon's Reach, there is a very important, I would say this probably actually happens before the event on Cloud Stalker Peak. There's a very important bit of information you need to gather, in that you need to check on Typhus, as you haven't yet to hear from him since you last saw him, where you left him holding a bomb.
Yeah! And knowing how my family is, the men are not the bright ones.
Yes. So, I'll say you are easily able to find some means of travel back to Aramor, so you can go check on not just Typhus, but your family in general. And you return home for a small stint. And I'm being accosted by a dog! No, Nug, I'm sorry.
Give him a hug.
Father, love me.
I shouted that, and he stopped. He looked at me, and then he turned and left.
He just
Fuck
looked
you,
at
father.
Oh,
and-
too much. Mm.
Offended him.
He just looked at you and went, "Fine, I guess I'll fucking go." Jeez.
There's no pop cup here.
I have accosted my dog. He really said, "All right, damn, fuck."
He's not
Cost
sorry, Nog.
shit.
Fight him.
Accosted. Shit, I would say hi.
Damn,
He's
bro, I was
now,
just saying
he's
what's
now
up.
accosting my feet. He's giving me the worst punishment I can suffer: toe licks, feet licks.
Ugh,
Lem.
Yeah,
gross.
yeah, correct. Anyways, so Rovan, you are able to return home. Where upon entering your home, it is calm. Calmer than you expected, considering what just happened. And as you're sort of standing there in the main hall, you hear the large, heavy footsteps sort of coming downstairs, and you hear your brother go, "All right, I'm coming, I'm coming." And as he sort of comes down the stairs and he looks to you, he goes, "Oh, brother!"
Oh, thank the gods you're still alive.
Yes, it was a perilous adventure. It was full of... Yeah, no, how's my water bottle taste, idiot? How's how's that stainless steel water bottle taste?
Yum.
Tastes like pennies, Dad. It was perilous. There were many battles and many explosions, and also the city guard was called. All
Alright.
who weren't dispatched were arrested. It was very valiant. Father would be proud, he says with a confident smile on his face.
I'm just glad you are alright.
Are you,
And
brother?
Rovan goes for a hug.
I'll easily accept it. You,
Ugh.
brother, look like you have been through a time.
Oh. We had great success on our mission. The Dragon's Reach one was not so great.
Yes, I heard about that. My condolences for those that you lost.
Thank you, Typhus. I will not lie. It was Pyrrhic victory at best there.
It's been it's been a major point of discussion from many politics recently.
How's the situation on that front? Vaughn kind of takes a swig of the alchemy chug. Non-alcoholic for this one.
Well, things could be worse, could be better, but they could be worse. We're thankful
Okay.
for Lady Silverstone keeping a firm grip on the city and the Divine Isles in general. Otherwise, well, I don't know what would happen.
Seeing what happened to Dragon's Reach, I would assume not so great. Anyways, how is Mother? How is Helenesta and Antony?
They're all well. They're actually here if you wish to see them.
Yes, please.
Come. And he escorts you to a chamber where Antony is sort of off to the side while it seems that your sister and your mother are in a bit of a deeper conversation, and Antony's just kind of letting them go at it.
Ravon will kind of just, if you would allow me, Tart, I
Yeah.
kind of want to get up behind Anthony and go, "Oh, whisper, it is all right. You won't get killed."
You expect him to jump, but he actually doesn't. And he goes, "Who'd be killing me? You?"
Oh no. If it would, if it came down to you and me, I'm the merciful one. It's Hellenesta and Mother you should be worried about.
You know, I live with danger, old friend. And he finally, like, turns around and he embraces you. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too, brother. And he kind of smirks.
Don't call me that, I hate it.
Oh, you hate it? Oh, no, I'm going to use this now, religiously.
He doesn't, like, his facial expression doesn't change, you just hear...
It is good to see you. What have I missed?
Well, the two of them are currently discussing the marriage arrangements. I tried to help and, well, I didn't feel like getting into a fight with your mother, so I decided to keep out of it.
Good. You would probably lose.
I think most of us in this room would lose.
Oh, all of us would lose.
To which your mother finally, like, her eyes kind of look over your way, and then she, like, stops, and she goes, "Oh, my dear boy." And she kind of comes over to you. "Oh, sweetie, how are you? It's been a while.
Yes, it is, Mother. And Ravon goes for the biggest of mom hugs.
She returns the hug. "Oh, it's so good to see you. I was worried about what happened after the news about Dragon's Reach and everything." And your sister kind of comes up to you and goes, "Yeah, I won't lie, I thought you were dead. Probably." And your mom goes, "Hellenesta!" What?
Oh, no.
I did?
No, it's fair. It is fair. I am very headstrong and I probably would run to my death. But I lived. And he kind of looks down at his I would assume, still recovering body. I am not
Ravon is lucky he didn't take Sarah.
Smile.
Yeah. But everything is alright for the most part. How has everything else been?
Good. We're in the middle of planning my wedding right now. Mother is, being less than agreeable. I am
What
not
is
going
this?
to let there be ritual combat at my daughter's wedding. Do you know how much we would have to pay to get blood out of the tile floor?
The
Oh.
tapestries. Think of the tapestries, Ravon.
Think of the tapestries, Hellenesta. I don't
Marble
see
is
how
hard to
that's my
clean.
problem.
To be fair, the last time ritual combat had to go in, it was me who had to jump in and save you from being married to somebody else.
You know what? That's a good point. Maybe no ritual combat.
I thought
Until where
so.
you hear Anthony go, "Oh, shucks."
But then again, and Ravon kind of taps on Raikiri.
Your mom kind of like slaps you on the forearm. "No,
What? It was only
No.
a joke.
I will not have any of my children fighting at your sister's wedding. No, out of the question."
I mean, okay, there is still verbal jousting you can do.
He's suggesting a chirp off at a wedding.
It's a contest of fleeting. I approve.
But I agree. No physical combat. I am not. I am very tired. It has been very long mission.
It's also been a long time since you've been home. Come, why don't you stay a few days? We can catch up. I can show you around a bit.
I would like that very much, especially considering. And he kind of just like cracks his neck. I would love to enjoy familial tie.
And Typhus sort of turns to your mother and goes, I'm going to take Rovan out on the town a bit and show him around. How's that sound? Your mother goes, all right, but don't be out too long. People get crazy nowadays. Especially with all this talk about what happened in Dragon's Reach. We will be fine, mother. Come, come. And he sort of takes you, he puts like one arm over your shoulder, and he sort of leans in. Walk faster, we need to get out of this conversation. I don't wish to meet mother's wooden spoon.
Oh, no problem, no problem. And as they're walking, it's like, at least it's only the spoon and not the sword.
And you and Typhus head out for a bit. You go on the town for a little bit. You actually go out to like a local bar. First, he takes you to your room to where he demands you get out of your armor.
I will get out of my heavily beaten, yee-ass armor.
Somebody will watch that while you're here.
Somebody better repair it. I've kinda taken beatings. You do not mind if I still carry, and Rovan kinda flicks at Raikiri.
No, that's fine. Just don't go flashing it around at people. People may get a bit uppity.
I am a child of the family of Sionis. What are they going to say? I mean, besides, nice sword, or you got bigger, or have you been eating? Because you look thin.
One, these are very solemn times. You'd be surprised.
Explain it to me. Here, explain it to me while we're out.
Yes, over drinks! And the two of you go out to a local bar, one that you became quite familiar with when you were a bit younger, which I have the name for somewhere in my notes. The Grapevine, that's what it is.
Nice.
You two find a table way far off in the back, and you two start going. And it's like 3 in the afternoon. Probably not the best idea, but y'all don't care. Y'all are catching up in the Sionis way. Ugh.
Copious amounts of alcohol and cheese.
Brother, let me tell you. It has been a hell of a time since father disappeared.
How bad?
Could be worse, but aside from someone in our family coming under some sort of ailment, not by much.
Ailment? What do
Theoretical.
you mean? Typhus,
I'm saying it
what's
could
the-
only be worse if somebody were to come under ailment.
Oh, I thought you meant somebody was under ailment. I was
No,
about to
no.
say a cleric.
No. No, we're thankful for that. Especially with sister's wedding coming up, mother would not let that stand.
I would hope not. I have not gotten sick in a very long time.
Brother, have you, in your travels, have you heard anything about father? I know mother's still increasingly worried, even if she is receiving regular letters from him. But the fact that he hasn't returned home is still worrying.
I know he's alive, Typhus. Father is strong. It would take a lot to harry him. takes a swig.
Do you remember when you, myself, and Father would go out and he'd have us test his weapons on the trees out over the hills, just to show us what exactly the sort of caliber of weapon he was dealing with? I remember our tiny arms could barely lift the damn things. Ravan, you don't remember this. Go ahead and roll me a wisdom save.
Oh boy. Not good. Not good.
Not
Not
good.
good at all.
Not good at all.
Tween.
Okay. Yeah, you don't remember that.
It is a fading memory, Typhus. I've got too much currently on my mind after, well, the mission.
I suppose that's fair. Things used to be simpler. Now look at me. I'm in politics. Ugh, I hate it.
I could think of worse things.
Yeah? Tell me.
Have you ever heard of a land called Artesia?
Like a roll for him. Oh, wow.
No.
Yes, the, Land of Ice. I'm familiar with it.
I had a mission, personal mission, that was requiring up there. What do you think lies up there?
Lot of ice.
Yes,
Probably,
and?
Probably a lot of deadly creatures.
Almost certainly. And 2 demigods.
Really now.
Yep, giant. The name's Magni and Modi.
Gonna roll a check for him. Like the Tales of Legend.
Yes. I fought those 2. My friends and I.
Really now.
Yes. Ravon actually kind of sets his drink down and he looks stone-faced at him. I even killed one.
Roll me performance.
You got it, Chief? Not a performer, but fuck it.
Sorry, not performer, persuasion. Not performer.
Oh, persuasion. Okay. I was
Sorry.
about to- You're good, buddy.
I mean, was your
I'll
persuasion?
take persuasion.
Is your persuasion
9.
the same or is it? Oh, it's higher. Okay.
It's higher.
Then, yeah,
yeah.
right.
Performance was the skill I didn't pick up.
Oh. Well, because I fucked up, I'll let you take the 14.
Thank you. I love you.
To where Typhus goes, you killed one.
Yes.
And you're sure you didn't just kill a big hairy giant that just happened to pretend to be a demigod?
Oh no. Ravon will actually minor illusion, and I'll bring up the entire fight scene.
Okay, you can't do the entire fight scene, but I will
All right.
allow you to show off.
He'll do at least
Yeah.
the parts where, you know,
Yeah.
friends were kicking ass, Modi got, you know, shanked in the balls.
You killed him by
He got
stabbing
the
him in the
steps
cock.
Balls. Not cock. That would be
Aren't they connected?
much worse.
Would it? I feel like stabbing in the balls is worse.
I mean... Mm, would you
What's up,
rather be s-
semantics?
I mean, would you rather be stabbed where you have to piss? Or would you rather be stabbed where, you know, children are?
Brother, you and I both know I don't want children.
What? Come now.
No.
Even I am thinking of it.
With the way we came up, no children for me, thanks. I'll leave that to you and sister. Sister already wants like 3 of the little fuckers running around.
Dear God.
Can you even imagine? He says, shaking his head.
No.
No, that's... I haven't told Mother yet, but... I feel that is out of my ballpark. A wife, marriage, happy marriage, a home, sure. A family, but no children of my own, no. Maybe a dog.
I mean, a good wagon and dog would always help.
One of those, really big dogs, you know, the ones that, they used to hunt bears.
Mastiff.
Yes, that one. I think that would be a suitable dog for me. I'd name him something ferocious. Like Murder Death. Or Fluffles.
Siberius. Type. Wait, really? Fluffles?
What's wrong with
Come now,
Fluffles?
brother, come now. What of What of Cerberus? What of Orthus?
Cerberus is just.
I don't need...
Tiberius.
Just big spot.
I don't need
Fenrir.
a complex name built on a family's legacy. I just need a simple name for my dog. My dog's not going to understand Tiberius. No, Fluffles is much simpler, much easier to teach.
Dogs understand up to like 100-something words.
Oh,
Pug,
brother.
does Typhus seem like the man who wouldn't know that? Like a
He's
man who
my
would know
older
that
brother.
information?
He was
They're,
first born
you're right.
stupid.
They're a family of jocks.
There have literally been people that have taught their
I
dogs to speak
forget
using
that.
buttons.
This is the equivalent if you fucking put a football coach in fucking Congress, alright?
Hey,
I
we
make
went
a-
to the fucking Super Bowl multiple times.
Listen, I make no comments on that comment right there, Tart.
We're Super Bowl champions. No other country's got that.
But yes, he looks at you and goes, what's wrong with Fluffles? It's easy to learn, and it would be appropriate, considering he'd have lot of fur. It'd be easy to teach him, he'd know.
Hey. This seems like conversation I would be having with Corbin and Corey.
Alright, what would you name the dog then?
I don't know.
Yes, exactly.
Mac.
Did you say Mac?
I don't know.
He kind of throws his hands up like, you see?
Oh.
Fluffles is CG.
God damn it. Okay. Okay. Fine. You Fluffles. Okay.
It's a good name.
But really, no family, like no children, no. Come on.
Why would I need children? I'm perfectly content.
I mean.
I don't need any
That would-
rambunctious rascals running around my home. I don't need to force my presumably wife to go through horrible disfiguration and operations for a child that I... No. Not for me. Not for me. Maybe wife can convince me into it, but currently no. No want.
I mean, your choice, brother. Even if Hell Honesta's willing to have kids, and I'm at least thinking about it. You know.
Speaking of, how are you and what was her name? Kieran? Yes?
Yes,
How are you two doing?
not bad. Like I said, missions have been driving me mad, but Kieran has held up, and they earned their medal.
She seems like a strong woman.
Very. She puts up with me.
It's what we say on this is known for, right, brother? Causing
Freshness.
problems, defending honor, and all that.
Making reckless mistakes.
Killing demigods. He takes a swing. These are big shoes father left for us.
Takes a very big swig.
All I like being the man of the house, representing our family and having a say in public and politics. What I wouldn't give to put it behind me again and get into the arena once more. Make a name for myself again. I've fallen far too far behind you.
Typhus. And Ravon sets the drink down and he looks at his brother. Sometimes it is better to pursue the paths of peace than it is the paths of glory. I have watched many things happen. It has not been an easy road. But there are things out there that even I am shocked at. Magni and Modi are two of those things. The assault on Dragon's Reach was another. Allow me to tell you of a little story. Does the name Hyas mean anything to you?
Religion check? No, not that I'm familiar with, brother.
I met him on top of a mountain. It was part of the mission to Artesia that brought me to him. That man imparted two very important lessons upon me. The first is that if you are to do something, you must understand the consequences. Now, mind you, that was also part of the lesson I learned from Artesia. And
Did
probably
you get
should
your
have
ass
kept.
kicked again?
You fight 3 demigods. You tell me how well you hold up.
You lecture me about peace, but then you tell me about fighting demigods. Which is the brother?
The second lesson. Glory can make one short-sighted.
Is this something you're speaking from experience, brother?
I am. The assault on Dragon's Reach left more of an impact than you know, brother. And it's even caused me to rethink my place. My reasons for pursuing glory.
Are you
I have a
alright,
duty.
brother?
The weight of duty and responsibility, Typhus. Glory might seem like a good outlier. A way to allow you to carry duty and honor. But you are shackled to it for a reason. And I understand, albeit a little later than what I should have. This world is changing. There are forces that even we are not prepared for. I learned that during the assault. Typhus. If it were not from the grace of whatever gods were looking upon me, whether it be Atlas or Kor, I should have died. And I nearly got one of my own friends killed because of it.
He's gonna insight you. If you wish to roll deception, you can.
No deception.
With a 16, he looks at you and he goes, "What's on you telling me, brother?"
The storm is brewing, Typhus. And I have a feeling that the drums of war are about to sound. And it is a war that we are not prepared. I saw the faces of my enemy, our enemy. And I saw their strength. It greatly eclipsed ours. If we are to survive this, we need to get stronger, better, adapt. I'll take a swig.
You worry me, brother. I hope you know that.
And you all worry me. Just trying to impart some wisdom. You might be the older, but I'm the more battle-hardened. He gives a smirk.
Oof, you wound me.
Start training. I can already, and he's kind of pointing at his stomach, and he goes, "Are those love handles?"
You see, he gets really defensive. No.
Brother.
Look, you sit at a desk all day and you start telling me about working out and stuff. But until then, hush. I can still drink you under the table. You and I both know that.
Is that so?
You have to put it to the test.
You know what? I'm willing.
And you two clatter your mugs. And we are going to pull away from there. You spend the next bit of time at home in the loving embrace of family, and you even spend a little bit of time kind of learning a bit more about the ins and outs of politics alongside Typhus. And you, Rovan, are going to get your +2 charisma boost.
Woohoo!
With that being said, we got 2 folks left we still need to do. Corvin.
Ah, yes.
You, while you're in the midst of your studies alongside Reno about the Enigma Gate, you try, as a side project, you're trying to organize from what you described to me, a benefit concert for city repairs, correct?
Yep. Yes.
You know that the person currently, since Cedric's not here right now, the person to really go to help orchestrate that would be Theon. Is that what you wish to do?
Yeah.
Okay. You go out and you search Theon, who has been very, very busy since Cedric left, and he seems a bit relieved when someone he's more familiar with comes to see him, and he goes, Corvin, what can I assist you with? He says with almost this, like, tired breath of just like, God, please make it easy.
Kind of making note of that, he's just gonna look at, Corvin's just gonna look at Theon and say, possibly something that might add to your busy schedule. As he kind of, like, looks at all the, I assume there's, like, mountains of paperwork.
Yeah,
or
there's stacks of
like that.
paperwork around him.
Yeah, just kind of, like, looking around the office and, kind of looking... He has a look on his face that, apologies. He looks like, I'm about to bother the absolute crap out of you, and...
He kind of leans back in his chair a bit with all the papers around him and goes, yes, I did offer to take up Cedric's responsibilities while he was away, which I knew wasn't going to be easy, especially considering now that we're in the middle of restoration efforts, but it has to be done.
Well, on that same vein, I actually have a small bit of an idea on how to raise some funding.
Oh?
We get in contact with just about every noble house within the kingdom, as well as possible dignitaries outside of our kingdom, and inviting them to a small benefits concert to, well, help raise funds to repair the city.
Like a gala or like just public event?
This huge public event, not really, it's not just music, but featuring artists from all around the kingdom itself. Whether it be painters, lyricists, musicians as well, but, you know, just something more of like a variety show now that I'm thinking about it.
He leans back a little bit in his chair and he starts kind of thinking about it. Might actually be on the right track with this. If we can show that hope is alive and well, we can bring morale up, and perhaps we can snag a bit of funding from some more wealthy parties. I worry about
For sure.
how the public eye may take it so soon after a major disaster, but might be exactly what they need.
For sure. Also, I'm definitely headlining that one. That is non-negotiable, but I can definitely
I
Try
wasn't
and
going to argue
see-
with you on it.
try and That's probably a stretch. I don't know. What do you think? Think I should try to get in touch with people from the villas to try and help out as well?
I'll trust your judgment on this one. I do recommend speaking with Marrow on this. They have a number of connections that I'm sure would be willing to perform.
That's actually a really good idea. Do you know where they are?
You see, he goes to answer, and then he thinks about it for a second, and it kind of hits him like, no, actually, thinking about it, I haven't seen Mero in some time.
Since before the attack.
I'm gonna roll for him. Probably a few weeks now, thinking about it. So yes, well before the attack.
That is concerning. Especially with what Corvo mentioned to the lot of us about there being a spy in our midst. I hope they haven't gotten themselves in hot water or gotten themselves in something they can't get out of.
Perhaps we should go ahead and get in touch with them then.
For sure. And Corbin's going to do a sending message. Just doing a giving them the gist of what he needs them for.
Okay.
Pretty much just saying, "Hey, Morrow, it's Corbin. Putting together a benefit show. Can we meet up and discuss?"
The response you get back will be, yes, that would be perfect. Truthfully, as I have been, well, I've had my fill of my time here in this dungeon, so I will be with you momentarily.
Corbin looks towards Theon. Apparently, they were in a dungeon.
A dungeon? Did they
I'm going to be-
specify why?
No, unfortunately, as you would know, sending only allows certain amount of words to come through, so I will be definitely pestering them about that later.
Yes, you should. Well, if they are alright, then that should be fine. I will leave the creatives, and the logistics in your capable hands, and whatever funding you need, you can count on me to handle expenditures.
Do appreciate the gesture.
Of course. Corvin, you head out and you do eventually meet up with Mero, who looks fine. Corvin, it has been a hot minute. How have you been?
Corbin just kind of gives them a very slight hug, and he will as like he breaks from it. Oh, I have been racking my brain. Let's just say trying to figure out space-time displacement. It has been a time.
Ah, yes, we bards tend to get into crazy shenanigans like that. I remember when, a few years ago when I had to talk down a certain Fey king about, not destroying the realm, and you know how they can be so fickle.
Trust me, when dealing with Coladora, you always have to play into her ego because she could snap at you in just a moment's thought.
Oh, I'm fully aware of what that witch is capable of. Look, she's actually the one whose dungeon I was in just now.
May I insight, by the way?
Yeah, roll insight. Where are you trying to insight?
Just to see if he was telling the truth on that one. Sorry, they were telling the truth on that one.
Dungeon AO? Dungeon, oh no.
Yeah, listen, at the best, you know what? I can't say that on stream. 29.
You get the impression, I'm going to give you this because it was a high roll and it's also very funny, that it may have originally been Dungeon AO and turned into Dungeon Oh No.
Like I said, at a moment's notice.
Yes, so, I take stents to Navilis, and I regularly visit my lady, but, This time she wasn't so happy with my performance, which ugh, everyone's fickle, I guess. She has this new muse now, and I don't know. There was something about the muse had gone missing, and she was all mad about it, and she just it was a whole thing.
There is a very slight raise of the eyebrow, even very quick raise of the eyebrow, and then kind of going back to his more like neutral expression. I'm sorry, his muse is missing.
Oh yes, her court
Drulilla.
muse. Oh, was that her name? I don't know.
Yes.
I never met the girl, but yes, apparently she disappeared one day, which I'll admit, not an easy thing to do, to disappear out of the eye of an archfey, and she was less than happy about it. I tried to smooth things over, of course. I tried to make her feel at home, tried to treat her like a real woman, you know, but she wasn't about it. Maybe I've lost my edge. I don't know.
Another one of her quote unquote possessions leaving her. I think that's 2 for 2 now. She is definitely annoyed.
Do you perhaps know something about it?
How about we speak somewhere a bit more private out of the public eye?
Yes, that sounds like a lovely idea.
Corvin will definitely lead Morrow towards the castle, throw up the magnificent mansion, and just lead them in.
Nice digs. Oh, it's been a hot minute since I cast a spell like this. I had this whole setup for me and my friends, my bandmates, and oh, good times, good times. There was a sex dungeon in there. Oh, that was a terrible idea, but also a great idea. But besides the point.
Corvin will definitely kind of go into a abridged version of what happened with Flit, kind of pretty much leading it. Sorry, I'm trying to find words here. He's kind of he's trying to phrase it as, this isn't really my story to tell. This is kind of everything that I've known.
Yeah.
Pretty much making Corladora out to furthering the opinion of she's very fickle and possessive.
Yeah. No, all that tracks. I've known Corladora now for a few centuries, and I've never quite seen her as uppity as I did this in my last visit.
Yes, unfortunately, whenever someone she feels is her own leaves, it's the biggest slight to her, even though she can't really seem to let things go.
I know how that is. He says with a slight bit of regret on his face.
I was gonna say, Corvin will definitely lead Morrow towards the war room of the mansion, kind of where the center table projection is. And kind of go into. Sorry, he will say, but that is not why I brought you here for some good old conversation.
You mentioned the concert.
Benefit show, yes, and in the room itself, a projection of this grand stage in the middle of quote unquote ground zero.
Oh, I like the setup.
Yes, I'm hoping to get some form of artists to come down and play to the people, hopefully gathering some form of monetary. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Hoping to gain some funding for the city's repairs.
Oh, my friend, you need musicians? I know musicians. I can definitely hook you up with some people that I know are looking for gigs. Some of them are a tad costly, but I can assure them that this is a good job.
For sure, but please let them know I am the headliner, and that is non-negotiable.
Oh, I'm not one to argue with the maestro of their own event. You won't find no arguments from me.
Good, because I aim to make the Novellas end of school year concert look like a small venue by comparison. He says that with he says that with a very bold and ambitious grin to him.
You see, as Marrow, you say that, and he like a fucking devil. They lick their lips with the very thin end of their tongue. Oh, Corvin, you truly are a man after my own heart. Whew.
Unfortunately for you, I am taken.
Unfortunate indeed. But I wish you luck with your I wish them luck with you. Sorry, that came off more spiteful than I intended it to. I apologize.
Oh, I know who I am, and I know who I am around other musicians. They tend to not like me out of jealousy.
I know how that is. It sucks being the brightest one, the brightest bulb in the room, The brightest
For
flame
sure.
in the room.
Yes, but if you could go ahead and gather some of them.
Yes, of course. It will take a few days, but I can surely get some people together.
That would be much appreciated.
And what do I tell them what name do I give them for this event? Have you thought of a name yet? Putting Joe on the spot.
No, a name came to mind. I'm just trying to figure out how to word this.
Okay.
Dragon's Reach, Dragon's Fire. The Hearts on Fire benefit show.
Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
Burning with desire.
Ooh, spicy. Even got the subtitle. Ooh, catchphrase, subtitle. Oh, I love it. Yes, this will do quite nicely. I'll get some people together and I will keep you updated on my progress. How does that sound?
That it would be fantastic.
Wonderful. And anything else I need to inform them of? Perhaps make sure they have perhaps bodyguards.
Probably some bodyguards, probably some
Security.
some securities, probably some, typical how do you say this in common? I can never remember the actual word for it. Ushers. There we go.
Oh,
Actually,
yes.
I'm thinking more general admission, and now that I'm thinking about it, well, we can work out the details later.
Yes, that is another question I had. So this is a benefits concert, but we're opening it to the public, of course. But we're trying to milk the rich. Yes?
Oh, for sure. The show's going
Oh.
to be free, but it's going to be designed for everyone to make gracious donations.
Oh, we love milking the rich. I'd eat the fuckers if I could.
Sorry, that came from a dark place. Haven't
I'm not.
seen that
I won't
scene
pry.
down there in a while.
I won't pry.
Eat the rich, eat the rich.
I'm thinking of Motorhead now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, don't eat the rich. We are the 1%.
You
But
guys
doesn't he
are
like
the
the
rich now, let it
5%?
be known. Which, that being said, going into this, we're not gonna do the concert tonight. That'll be next session.
I would hope.
That being said, I will give you guys a bit more information on things for the concert a bit later, including if you guys do wish to donate your own funds for the concert, you can do that. But, with that being said, you've got Marrow on board. Marrow is going to go ahead. They are going to try to get some
some members of some musicians, they're going to call in some favors, if that works for you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Corvin. The next few days are spent incredibly busy. Between your research with the Enigma Gate and trying to set up this concert, it becomes a bit overwhelming, but thankfully, you have Marrow to sort of help you along and teach you how to truly become a master of focusing on more than one thing at a time. A master of multitasking, if you will. And this, you think you're able to harness it into your own spell casting. And you are going to get the Warcaster feature.
Yay!
Just like you
Finally.
wanted. An odd way to sort of bring it in, but I think one that works.
You have no idea how happy I am.
Dude, Warcaster's fucking great.
It is tremendous, and it's
Warcaster's
stupid that
the best feat of the game, truly.
like, it's one of, but it's also stupid that it took me just now to get it.
Hey, better late than never, right?
Yeah.
But that being said, I think it's time to go to our last person for the evening. Sound good, gamers?
Yeah.
Let me find a bit more music. Sarah, you are sort of taking a bit of time after everything to sort of wind down for a bit, following the events within Dragon's Reach. And you are sitting in your room at the moment, kind of thinking, kind of after a bit of rest, kind of thinking what exactly to do next. And you get you see a piece of paper, a note, slip under your door.
Odd. Most people would just use a sending spell. And she'll get up and go grab it.
It is crudely folded, but it is a note. Do you wish to open and perceive the note?
Yes.
You open the note, and within you see this not super well written letter. The wording is good, but the handwriting, it could be a bit better. It's, it's not great. But the note says, I wish to speak with you. I think I like you. Please come meet me in the garden.
Oh no!
What?
Sarah's kind of taken aback by this note.
Uh-huh.
Like, who... Actually, can I insight this? To
Go
see
ahead,
if she
go ahead and roll
figure-
insight. Go ahead and roll insight. This was most certainly written by a child. The penmanship is... It's definitely from someone younger.
Wait, who is it written for?
Is it logical? Is it logical for Sarah to assume that Nexus wrote this?
Yeah. You could
Wait, was this for is this for Sarah or for Corbin?
It's for Sarah.
For Sarah.
Sarah just kind of busts out laughing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And she will actually set the note on her nightstand. And I guess head to the garden.
Okay. You open the door, and at the foot of your door is what appears to be a single rose that you can tell has not been properly taken care of, as the thorns are still on it. It looks like it was more plucked instead of cut and prepared.
Oh, poor Sarah's trying not to die laughing.
What's your passive perception?
12, I think. Let me check. 13.
Okay. You kind of look up and down the hallway, and you think you see a streak of blonde hair kind of like poke out from around the corner, and as you kind of look their way, it quickly ducks away.
Sarah's doing her best to hold her giggling in and just makes a show of sniffing the rose and just being like completely interested.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll set the rose on her nightstand with the letter.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I am so sorry if you guys can hear the dog.
That's okay. It's only okay if you tell me their name.
His name is Rocky. He is a new intake in rescue.
I love him.
Baby.
My turtle's name.
That's true.
Adrian!
Adrian!
Adrian.
So you...
My phone is currently on its charger, but I'll send you guys a picture when I grab it.
Okay. So you are going to the garden, yes?
Yeah, she will.
And just to clarify, you're not taking the note or the rose.
No.
Okay. You head out to the garden. You're still kind of laughing from this whole thing. Like, haha, that's so silly. Nexus has a childhood crush on you. Haha, you know, whatever. You're like, I can let him down easy. Whatever, that's fine. And then you get to the garden. And you see Garrett, who appears to also have a note, a single rose, and is kind of just looking around a little confused.
I'm gonna insight.
Okay, roll insight.
I'm fairly certain I know what happened, but... 21.
That slick son of a gun. That little kid just is trying to set you two up.
Sarah's laughter had kind of died down, but now she can't help but giggle and just like cover her face. And, I blame Corbin for this.
No regrets.
What do you mean he got it from you?
He watched Corbin set you and Diana up.
I
did.
showed him the ways of the wingman in
He
very
did.
subtle manners.
He
the
did
way that's
nothing
supposed
like
to
this.
be.
Let's be
I
honest.
take
If you got
credit,
it,
and you can't change it.
if you got it from anyone, he got it from Theon. He says, joking.
I'm taking credit for this, and you can't stop.
I was about to type he got his dad's brains and his mom's looks. But I was like, wait, no.
He's a child. Don't do that.
No, I meant like, wait, no, that didn't see. Wait, Aurelio was a smart one. It should be reversed, right? But then he's blonde, so my brain frizzed out on it.
Do you-
Sarah's going...
Go ahead.
Sorry?
No, go ahead.
Sarah's going to just like nonchalantly walk up to Garrett, just this stupid little grin on her face, completely jokingly say, "So, Nexus has a crush on you too, huh?"
Garrett turns around a little surprised and goes, "Oh, yeah, you." And he kind of holds up the note and the rose, kind of be like, "You got one too."
Uh-huh. Yeah, they're sitting in my room. And I'm fairly certain I saw the little scamp poke his head around the corner.
Why would he? Garrett looks confused.
He's a kid. Maybe he thinks there's something there.
Huh. And he kind of looks past you. And he goes, he's watching us right now.
Sarah's just kind of subtly turning to look.
You see that, like, distinct head of short blonde hair kind of duck back around the corner from where you came from.
You want to call him over, or should I?
No, it's fine. Just, I'll admit, this is a first for me, he says, kind of gesturing with the rose and the note.
Hey, you're not the only one. At least you have experience in this field.
I guess you could say that.
Although, I do fully blame Corvin for this.
Oh, absolutely. Bard's always whispering into the ears of the innocent. Ugh. Never liked them. Never liked those bards.
Corvin's alright, but he did literally get Diana and Corey to hook up in front of Nexus.
Don't say it like that!
Yeah, phrasing is definitely needed.
In
Yeah.
front of them?
Well, rather, they sent Nexus off to play hide and seek with everyone else, while Diana and Corey stayed in camp.
Oh.
What did that stupid Sarah?
That's better, I suppose.
I make no apologies. I suck at words.
You said you looked at that mess and said, I'ma leave it.
Sarah looked at the pile of dirty laundry and went, yeah, that's fine. Yes, well, Met's romance is not, something I've partaken in some time, but, you know, not that anyone's really been interested.
Hey, at least you have a lot more potential than I do.
What do you mean?
Have you seen me? I've got horrible anger issues. I'm not one for drinking. I don't hang out with anyone other than the party.
I mean, is that a bad thing?
I suppose having my group isn't that bad, but there are a lot of other people that would rather go out and socialize.
Oh, I hate socialization. It's the worst. People suck.
Yeah. Yes, they definitely can. I can see you guys. Shut up.
Who's saying anything?
Should we at least humor him?
I suppose that depends what you have in mind.
And he kind of looks over to the nearby bench, and he gestures. And he does this sort of over the top, "M'lady."
Gestures as in, what, like, holds out his hand?
Yes.
Sarah will give a little smirk and take his hand.
Garrett's hands are rugged, firm, covered in calluses, but warm. As he sort of guides you over to the bench, you swear you hear a yes.
Sarah has to fight to keep in her laughter.
Look, this kid is incredibly proud, right?
I get it!
And he goes, my lady, I thank you for the rose that you have bequeathed upon me. And Garrett kind of stealthily kind of shrugs like, is this working?
Only the most beautiful rose for the most handsome man in the castle.
Ooh, you flatter me. I suppose I'm alright, he says kind of jokingly.
All right. My, I think you undervalue yourself.
Do I know?
Sarah's just kind of arching not suggestive, but like joking. Not joking. She's arching an eyebrow at him and kind of glancing to where she last saw Nexus. It's like seeing if she can gauge Nexus's reaction.
It's a bit hard to tell because at this stage he's kind of like behind you in positioning. I'd say if you want to try and gauge his reaction, make a stealth check. Make a stealth check and then a perception check. Which, haha, make a stealth check. That's funny. You know what? Don't even bother. Just make me a perception check. He's a child.
No, I want to station that once.
Oh, you know what? That's a good point. You could nat one. Roll
That
me
is a good
stealth check.
point.
No.
Yeah.
The
no.
casual 30. All right, roll me a
Fuck
perception
you,
check.
rogue.
17 perception.
That child is so fucking proud of himself. You can see it in his face. He's so proud. If you've ever seen, hold on, I'm gonna tell you. I can show you exactly what gif he's doing right now. Fucking, where are you, Anya? This is what he's doing right now. He's so proud.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
Just peeking, just all happy. Thank you, Anya Forger, for that. So, I thought he'd be satisfied by this point, but he's still there. He kind of says quietly.
He's a kid, just holding hands will satisfy him.
I suppose. So, what do you want to awkwardly whisper about in the meantime?
That's a good question. I don't know. Think we should tell Corey and Diana about this?
No. We'll never hear the end of it.
That's a good point. Especially if it gets back to Corvin.
That's why. So, you like dogs, right? Wolves? You got, what's the name, Raven?
Yes, Raven. And I am partially wolf, so, I mean, it only makes sense.
I suppose so. I used to have a hound of my own for a time. Kept me company for a while after the whole thing with the war went down, but, you know, that wasn't meant to last, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm sorry. What happened?
Nothing major. They helped me on hunts, and eventually, as the years went on, they just got more and more tired. There's this beautiful black lab. I named them Rocky.
Oh, baby.
Hey, where do you think I pulled that name from, gang?
Yeah, I wonder.
Let me know that the dog's name was originally actually Stone, and I changed it to Rocky specifically for this bit. So it works. It's thematic. Yes, he just one day, just as the days went on, he would get up slower and slower, and well, one morning he was too tired. He stayed down, and laid with him until his time.
Let it be known, Sarah's heart is breaking. This poor girl is like, oh, poor dog.
After that, I thought it was better to just be on my own. I didn't want to be hurt again.
If only they could all live forever.
If only. I was still grieving over everything with Ariana as well. So, didn't help.
I'm sure. After Raven was killed, I guess that's kind of what put me on the path to Ranger.
Your uncle, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely didn't have the greatest relationship with old Uncle Wes.
I've never had much family, so but I still give my condolences.
Can't say as though I've had much either. I mean, I killed my own father in a fit of rage.
Yeah, I'll do it. Also, kind of weird, considering that I also did that.
Really?
Yeah, actually. My father was a real piece of shit. After I left home, I came back to find out that he had beat my mother within an inch of her life. And I took exception to that.
Okay, yeah, I would have killed him too.
So, my mother did not survive her injuries, and well, I was left without either of my parents. Didn't have any siblings, didn't have any extended family, so it was just me from that point on.
I'm sorry, but I know the struggle.
Don't be. My mother was no saint either, but she was there for me when my father wasn't.
Well, I suppose I can say at least you weren't brainwashed into killing yours.
I'm not sure that's much better.
Yeah, I'm not either.
And he kind of looks past you once more. And Sarah, you've noticed that he's sort of, after a little while, you notice that he sort of, like, has sort of subconsciously started, like, rubbing your, like, ring and middle finger, like, just, like, the top of it with his thumb. Just kind of, like, caressing it in a way. You're not entirely sure if he's aware that he's doing it or what. But he looks past you once more and he goes, I think he's gone.
Sarah will give just like a light squeeze of her hand to say she appreciates it. And then look to where Nexus was herself.
Make me a perception check.
$22?
Yeah, he definitely seems to be gone. Whether he went to get popcorn or actually took his leave, you're not really sure, but he seems to be gone.
I don't see him or hear him.
Suppose we're in the clear then?
Maybe?
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe stick around for just a little bit and make sure he doesn't come back?
Yeah, that might That might not be a bad idea. And you two have some quiet, idle, slightly awkward conversation for the next little while. And Nexus doesn't come back at any point.
Sarah at some point just muses, who knew the kid had it in him?
I certainly didn't. He's like 8.
Which I'm not sure if it makes this more adorable or more impressive.
Well, what do you think?
Well, the note certainly wasn't anything to go on. But the rose was a nice touch.
Well, I'm teaching him to fight, not to write, so that one's
That's
not
fair.
on me. He says with a small chuckle.
That one's probably on Diana, if anything. Maybe
Don't let her
Theon.
hear you say that. Don't let either of them hear you say that.
Oh, absolutely not. I do like having my head.
I'll admit, though, this was nice. Not something I've done in, well... And you see his face gets a little sullen, and he goes, a while.
Are they still holding hands?
Yes, actually.
Sarah will give a slight sympathetic squeeze.
He catches it, and he was kind of looking away, and he kind of looks back at you. Thank you. This is, yeah, this was nice.
We haven't gotten to talk very much. I enjoyed this. Even if it was set up by a meddling little kid.
I enjoyed this as well. I don't think I'd be opposed to doing it again, if you're willing.
I might be open to that.
He smiles a little bit. Were you about to say something?
I was. Maybe next time, meaning under different circumstances,
One
such
where
as
not-
maybe
One where we're not under the watchful eye of a child?
exactly.
Yeah, that'd be preferable. Well, with that, the two of you bid each other a good night in what was a slightly awkward but actually very pleasant interaction. And as the two of you depart, I think that is a good place to end for tonight. What do you think, gang? As we now
was
have
adorable.
Wingman Nexus Aragon.
Wing child.
Wing
Boy.
child. Wing boy. There we go.
Wing boy!
I'm gonna find a way to get that kid back.
I was tempted to have this be Chip, but I was like, no, Nexus would be way too cute. But with
I feel like Chip wouldn't want to do that for Sarah, considering she roundhouse kicked him in the face.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have the
Oh.
emotional
I
range for
honest-
this at all.
Like, I honestly think Chip wouldn't be as creatively subtle. He would just look towards Sarah and be like, "Hey, Gardens." Look towards Garrett. "Hey, Gardens, this time, don't be late."
And then you two would get there, and he'd go up to the two of you, and he'd be like, "You two, kiss,
He would!
kiss,
Kiss.
kiss."
Hey, one thing to remember, Sarah, he communicates his love through stabbing, so you inflicting violence upon him may actually be
You love him.
Not that bad.
Oh,
You're his mom now.
actually, that's a good point.
You've claimed him. But
Oh
that-
man, now she has her sense on him.
oh god, don't let the other mushroom children near him. Near him. It's like hamsters. No, no one. Okay.
I'm still laughing about.
I don't get it. I'm sorry.
Baby hamsters will sometimes eat each other.
I
It's
forgot they-
Yeah.
horrible.
I
Oh, yeah, like
forgot
baby
they do that. A
sharks.
lot of animals do that.
Yeah.
Well, it's specifically when one of the babies has like another sense that isn't the mother.
Yep. It's horrible.
Their instinct is to eat them.
Yes.
Yeah,
Tastes
just
like
I
because they're like,
Not one of
guess
the
it would be
pack.
like, ooh, invader or loss of resources, less food for me.
the mother
It's
will
more-
also eat their babies if the mother is exceedingly stressed, which can happen from you interacting with the mother too much.
Oh no!
It's really
That's-
fucked up.
That's
That's
some-
really common among the animal kingdom, though.
yeah.
That's
Well,
some-
yeah, but it's
that
still
is
fun.
Well, I
some
didn't know about
tyrannic
that
thought
one.
process.
I didn't know you interacting with them could stress them out.
Yep.
Anyway, it's
I didn't
11
think-
o'clock. I hope you all
Yeah.
enjoyed that talk.
Anyway.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you
Cute
all for
setup.
being here. We appreciate you. Let's go ahead and do outros. Let's start with we'll do this a bit differently tonight. We'll go from the bottom and go up. Except I will be last because obvious reasons. So we will start with Sarah.
Well, they can find me nowhere, but they can find a good friend of mine, the best coffee bean, Kozguk, at twitch.tv/Kozguk. I really don't know what to say about her other than good things. Kaz is just an awesome person all around. And majority of her streams are for charitable causes.
Let's go. We love
That-
charity.
That's all I really have to say. So I guess River.
That's me. You can find me over at twitch.tv/WickedRiver97, where I'm still on hiatus because, well, shit's still chaotic.
Woo.
But will be here and there around other places, doing other things. But with that, I'ma send it to CG.
No,
What?
we're going up.
No.
Up,
We're going up.
Up? punk.
This potato's too hot. Catch, punk.
Oh shit. You all can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and sometimes TikTok at PunkyOurDog. I'm not currently streaming for a moment. I'm on hiatus. I moved, trying to get things set up, get work settled. But yeah. Who's above? It's Joe.
Let me just address some people here. Hey YouTube, how's it going? I see you there. Enjoying the video? Awesome. Tremendous. We appreciate it. But you know what we also appreciate? Liking this video, subscribing to this channel. I know that some of you who watch these videos aren't subscribed, and you should be. Great content here. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel, and just go ahead and just do me a favor real quick. That's right. Just go ahead and ring that bell for me to be notified when Target uploads a new video. Because honestly speaking, it's very important that you do all three. It's stupid. It is. But you know what? It's important. Frosco.
Hi everyone. Twitch, Twitter, JFrost747. I got married. I'm happy.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
On
I mean-
Pride Month too. True icon.
Yeah.
I fucking
Cool.
your name has an O in it.
Yeah, it's true. Other than that, find me doing some Twitch streams here and there. Do every other Saturday, including this Saturday. Lovely Save by the Spell campaign over at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. Students are having a good time and getting to explore some stuff. Besides that, find me here every Sunday with these lovely beans. And hopefully, by the time August, September rolls around, find me playing Baldur's Gate 3 with a few of the other goons.
Woo 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 woo.
I cannot wait to fuck up on that. CG! Take over.
Hello, I am CG. You can find me nowhere because I don't much care for social media, but you can find me on other Good Beans D&D channels such as twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn, where, as previously mentioned, we have a Strixhaven campaign that we are meaning for this Saturday. But that's not the only stream, or not the only D&D on that stream. For coming up next month, we have Pack Tactics returning this year, an all Warlock campaign. Can't spill the details too much, but it's going to be a good time. Feel free to stop on by every Thursday. And in the future, as well as on this channel, keep an eye out every Tuesday for we used to be running Curse of Strahd, but that's soon to be replaced.
Oh
And
boy,
it might
is
be.
it?
Might be sooner than you think. But that's more or less it. I passed it over to Tart.
Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everybody, and happy Pride Month. Hello. I have been your humble dumble master for the evening, the one and only Pudding Pastries of Farting Tart, and well, you have already found me here at twitch.tv/FartingTart. I do variety games, I do D&D, I'm doing a streamathon next Saturday, the 24th, where, we're trying to raise a bit of money from, moving costs and whatnot, and to sort of help entice you a little bit, I have a selection of 10 new emotes that I will be debuting for every $100 up to $1,000 that we raise during the streamathon. It's very exciting. We also have bonus incentives, like, for example, if you're a fan of this campaign, or if you are a fan of the original one that we did, we are going to be doing, if we meet $1,000, we're going to be doing a sequel to the Pet one-shot.
Yes.
So,
Please donate. I want to do this.
and to sort of help with that as well, we have little incentives that you can meet, such as, for example, if you are a fan of my dog, you can donate $50, and I will have to stop whatever I'm doing and give him a pup cup. That can be like a Frosty Paws, or a cup of whipped cream, or some peanut butter, but he gets a treat. You get to feed the dog, who is currently passed the fuck out next to me. Holy shit. He's like,
Aww,
he's doing
sleepy
sleep twitchies and
boy.
everything. But yeah.
Sleepy boy.
Aside from that, that is, again, next Saturday, the 24th, we're going to have some fun games. We're going to have collabs with a few people. I'm going to kick Marf's ass in Mario Party again. So that's going to be fun. But aside from that, this week, I'm starting a new job.
Gerb.
Woohoo!
So yeah, that's going to be fun. This week we have Trials of Eidos. Tomorrow, we're hunting the Dairy Queen again. Oh god, what was the acronym I came up with? Hunting of the Dairy Queen, I think, is what I came up with. We have something special Tuesday night, so make sure to tune in for that. Provided that we stream it. I think we're streaming it, but I need to confirm first. And Friday, double checking. Yes, Friday, we will be continuing the Borfin Boys Soul Link with Johnny, so make sure to tune in for that. And then, of course, straight a cappella on Saturday with on Sean's channel with the Goons. I think that's everything. Oh, God. I'm doing a lot considering I'm starting a new job. But anyways, we gotta find someone to raid. Ha 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 ha. Who's live? I see a Brawl. I see a Connor. I see a Bill V, who I'm tempted because they did do the emotes that I'm getting ready to debut. I also see
Bill V.
I'm down.
a Luke, a Laura. I see a Cheru.
I kind of like Milby.
Jeru is doing her new outfit debut. If
Oh,
But
I
that's
do
just
see
me.
that it is an anniversary. That may have sold my vote, actually. Yeah. Let's raid Cheru. I never get to raid Cheru. Fuck it. We ballin'. We ball.
We ballin'.
We ball.
We
Jesus be
ball.
ballin'. We were going to raid into Nero, but they were wrapping up. And they actually raided into Cheru. So you know what? This makes sense. But everyone go share a little bit of love. Tell them that they are quite fashionable in their new outfit. It looks like they have like a sweet jacket and a sword now, doing their best Trunks cosplay from Dragon Ball. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Go show them some love. Let them know who sent you. We will be back next week with another episode of War of the Shattered Sun. Thank you all so much for being here. Happy Pride Month. And remember, as always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights. AI art is not real art. You are valid, you are loved, and you matter. Love you all, and we will see you all next time. Bye-bye!
See ya.
Bye.
Adios.